Let's go to Arsenal. Been getting a lot of stick. I wrote another column this week in a UK national newspaper saying Arsenal are flat track bullies. What I mean is, and people saying, well, he's, Mesut Ozil, why be harsh on him? He's the assist king. Agreed. When you're winning 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, as you did against Ludogorets the other night. But where was he against Olympiacos and Dynamo Zagreb? And before you say he scored in some of those games that they lost, Southampton last season, was it a loss against West Bromwich Albion, Watford? Is that you buy world-class talent for them to make the difference and to win those games, not to lose them but having scored two. That's no good. You want to be able to keep a clean sheet. You want your little dictator dictating play and popping up with a winner, surely. Now, of course, he did that against Chelsea this season, played very well. Chelsea were under par at the beginning of the season, but I'll give Arsenal that, and they're right. Is it overly harsh on Mesut Ozil? No, because what you're seeing him is a lovely guy. And this basically alludes to my theory about Arsenal, which has been proven right over 10 years. They're too nice. Nobody's doubting him in the autumn. Scoring 4s, 5s and 6s, getting really good results against Chelsea. Having said that, Liverpool at home wasn't so great. Weren't so great against PSG, I don't think either. But flat track bullies means beating teams and it doesn't matter. I mentioned Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, and I was getting Arsenal fans saying, yeah, but he did this last season against Liverpool, he did this against Man City. I'm talking about over 38 games, all comers, creating chances, scoring goals when it really matters. And he hasn't done that. Because if he would have done, you would have won the title. And when you start saying he's so super world class, he won the World Cup with Germany, that's not Arsenal. Leicester City won the Premier League last season. So with the greatest respect to every Man City player, everyone, Sergio Aguero, De Bruyne, all of them, Silva. With the greatest respect to Mesut Ozil, Alexis Sanchez. With the greatest respect to Wayne Rooney and Anthony Martial, Philippe Coutinho. They were all beaten by a team that was expected to go down. That's how great some of these world-class players were for the entirety of last season. They couldn't beat Leicester. So before you come at me, Arsenal fans, with your little Twitter feeds, Ozil an addict, Ozil is God, on Twitter, great. The question I'm asking is, do Arsenal fill their boots when the going's good? And do they choke when the going isn't so good? Ozil and the team, yes or no? Answer the question. And the answer is yes. So, whether I put of Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, and then you come up with me and say these are the teams he scored against, maybe I should just put it in one big bubble and say, are Arsenal flat track bullies when the going gets good? So are their players, so are their world-class talent, and do they choke when the going gets bad? Whether that be against Man City, whether that be against West Bromwich Albion. There's only Arsenal fans can answer the question. I take your phone calls as a pundit. I'm the man that said this season in this column, I want Arsenal to win the title as a reflection of the actual way that they're playing, the manager that you have. I'm the man that says on Twitter, my name is Theo, and Arsenal fans, you saying he's garbage. I bet the same Arsenal fans now are wetting their pants over Theo. Me, a Villa fan, been sticking up for him more than a lot of you have. Thrown him under the bus, he's not good enough, he's not this, he's that. He could be the difference if he has a good season. Is he winning the league or not? Get off your high horses and accept criticism like every other club. I've never seen so many fans of one club so socially media active, whereby the ones that come out and say, you're actually right, Collymore, the general point that you're making about Arsenal being flat track bullies, they do have great spells in the season and then go missing. It doesn't matter who it's against. Was I wrong in maybe picking out teams that he's played well against in games? But I could equally pick out games where you'd expect him to do well and he didn't. And before you say it's the defence's fault, before you say it's Theo's fault, Giroud's fault, can't it a cow's arse with a banjo? Mesut Ozil wins as a team player and he loses as a team player. Every other fan of every other club, like me, sees a world-class talent. that against Ludogorets and against all of those teams, Man City, all of them, wonderful. Will there be times where there's a 5-game stretch, it's where's Mesut? And that means flat track bully. Doing it when you're feeling good, when the weather's great, when the pitches are superb, when you're fresh, when you've been given that break at the beginning of the season. So it's a valid question. All you lot did, a lot of you, was pick, but he scored against City, he scored against Arsenal, he scored against Chelsea, he scored against Liverpool. So I'll phrase in terms of the teams. He got goals in games that you lost. Arsenal against Liverpool earlier on this season, he wasn't involved. So you can't blame him for that one. But he was involved against PSG. Is it too unreasonable to expect a world-class player, even in Paris, to make the difference? I don't think he did. And I think there will be a spate of games against some good teams and some poor teams where he doesn't make the difference. Therefore, flat track bully. Therefore, there's validity in the comments. But anyway, let's move on to the game against Middlesbrough, if I may. Routine win, the kind of win that you'd expect. Emirates, full house, team struggling for form, 3-0 to Arsenal. Mesut Ozil may well come with 2 of them and an assist for the winner. And that's great. And then Arsenal fans go again about, this is our season, this is our season. Start asking more questions of your players after game 38 and less about pundits that are absolutely spot on because you haven't won the title in the last 10 years. Thank you. Welcome to Boyle Sports. Join today, place a tenner bet and you'll get 20 quid in free bets. Come on!